Cajun, go to the corner. Go to the corner, Cajun. Always starting something. Always starting something. So my apologies, you guys. Literally, I forgot I had a virtual doctor's appointment today just to go over my lab. I had to get some blood work done just to go over my labs and stuff like that. And when I tell y'all I was literally getting ready to hit the button, like I literally was getting ready to hit the start button and my phone rang. I'm so glad that my phone rang before I hit the button. So my apologies. So that's why I'm late. But let's get into this Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I thought that this was a pretty good episode. We're starting to get into some things. And I'm going to be honest, I have changed my opinion about some stuff. I'm going to go and tell y'all, I've changed my opinion about some stuff, and I've changed my opinion about some people. Oh, it might surprise y'all. It might shock y'all a little bit that I done changed my... Why it looks so dark? Oh, it looks so dark. But anyway... So let's get into the things. Oh, and Cajun, I did get your message. When I get off of here, I'm going to log in and change your birthday. So my bad. I put it in wrong. I apologize. So I'll do that when I get off of here. So with that being said, oh, something else I got to do when I get off of here too. So what else? With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this episode, baby. I have notes because, I'm still getting to know these people. Oh, I did message you back? Oh, my bad. I didn't realize I had messaged you back. Sometimes you know what you thought you did it, but you didn't do it. Okay, cool. So we start this episode off with Liz. We see Liz and Jerry, and baby Liz's stepdaughter is pregnant. She's 26 years old. She done met this boy. They done fell in love. And she said, before you know it, she done popped up pregnant. So she and this boy... So they're meeting the parents for the first time. So the parents are meeting for the first time and kind of trying to figure out, what this is going to look like. Our babies are having babies and what is that going to look like? And she talks again about this, just how hard it was for her to be stepmommy to 3 girls and how she loves them very much. She's not saying she don't love them or nothing like that, but she's just saying, hey, it was definitely a struggle though. Like, I ain't going to tell y'all life was easy. Okay. What up, Cheryl? Hey, boo. Yeah, they done changed Real Housewives of Rhode Island to Sunday night. It's taking Married to Medicine slot. So, yeah. What up, JB? Hey, boo. So, Liz did way too much tanning, child. That Liz and Dolores, honey. I'm just saying. So... It was a cute family scene. Again, we're still getting to know everybody, but it's definitely interesting because later on in the episode, Liz, we find out some stuff about you, ma'am. We'll get there when we get there. Miss Liz. Got my eye on you, honey. So next we see Ashley and Joelyn. Again, I thought this was a really nice scene, and I feel like I'm just going to tell y'all by the end of this episode, I like Joelyn. Last week, I didn't see it for her. I thought she was going to be the villain. I thought I was going to talk about her the whole season. And again, we still getting to know these people. I might change my mind again next week. But for today, for this episode, baby, I'm Team Joelyn right now. Okay. We see them, they taking their kids on a play date. They have children they both have 1-year-olds, and they have, I think Joelyn has 2 kids, and so does Ashley, and they both have 1-year-olds. So they're taking their kids out on a play date. And Ashley, of course, they talk about what happened at the 4th of July cookout. They talk about what happened at the beach situation, the beach lunch thing. And she was saying, basically she was letting Joelyn know, look, I didn't feel no kind of way. Like, basically, she's letting her know, I wasn't mad at you. I wasn't offended. I don't think you're a bitch, and they're kind of really getting to know each other. And then she opens up about the struggle with her husband, Jared, and the business, and how she's struggling with the kids, and how, she wants him to be able to go out and golf and go out and do things with the guys without her feeling like she has to nag him. But then the kids and everything just stresses her out so much. And I'm going to be honest with you. Actually, you almost had me there. You had me there for a minute. You know, I feel like Tony Braxton. You had me there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You almost had me, girl, until y'all were walking away at the end of this scene and you said, well, I do have a nanny for 33 hours a week, but I'm still just struggling so much. Girl, you have a nanny for 33 hours a week? Now, I understand that 33 hours is not a lot of time. I get it. But 33 hours is long enough for you to be able to take a nap. 33 hours is long enough for you to go out and run your errands. 33 hours is long enough for you to meal prep and get bottles together and straighten up the house if you need to. 33 hours is enough time for you to go to a yoga class 3 times a week. 33 hours is enough time for you to go and meditate. 33 hours is enough time for you and Jared to have a date night. 33 hours is a lot of time that the average mama don't get. The average mama doesn't have a nanny. And I'm not taking away from the fact that she has a nanny. I'm not taking away from the fact that she has a nanny. Because again, if I had children and I had the money and the means, I would probably hire a nanny as well. So I'm not mad at her for having a nanny. And I'm not even mad at her for having bad days, because just because you have a nanny doesn't mean you have it all figured out and doesn't mean it's all perfect. I guess in my mind though, girl, you really gave us the struggle. I mean, you gave us the tears, you gave us the struggle. And then as y'all are walking away, almost as an afterthought, I mean, I do have a nanny for 33 hours a week, but I mean, it's still a lot. And it is. It is. I'm not going to take away from that. Hey, T-Boo. Hey, me too. I'm enjoying it so far too, T. But I guess as a middle-class Black girl who mama had 3 kids, who both mama and daddy worked full-time jobs and part-time jobs, and they still managed to get what they needed to get without a nanny. I'm not saying my mama didn't need one. I'm not saying my mama wouldn't have enjoyed one. I'm not even saying my mama wouldn't have hired one if they could afford it. All I'm saying is, girl, it's hard for me to have a lot of sympathy. Am I wrong? Put it in the chat. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all, but it's hard for me to really have a lot of sympathy when you just, I mean, girl, that's like 4 hours a day that you got somebody coming in the house. Hey, Mims, I saw you called me, but I was literally getting ready to go live. I will call you back. See? You know what? Because T does not drop in the chat trolling me. You and Cajun drop down in the chat to troll me. You see what I'm saying? See the difference? See the difference? Okay. And I need to check on you anyway, because I saw your post and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on with my Mims? But this weekend has been crazy for me. But yeah, I mean, 33 hours a week, y'all. Like, let's do the math. 7 times 4 is 28. That's literally 4 hours a day, average 4 hours a day. Plus you got what? 5 hours to spare. So that's like 4.5 hours a day. Right, ma'am. They better put. That's why I got look. That's why I got notes. Because baby, if I had to remember, I ain't at the point now where I know who was who. Because I swear, Alicia and Liz, they look like the same person. And they even talk alike. They got that Rhode Island accent. They even talk alike. But yeah, I was just like, and again, I'm not saying that doesn't mean she's not struggling. But we're talking about damn near 4.5 hours a day that you have to do whatever it is that you need to do that most women or men don't have. And you got 2 kids, girl, like, I don't know why. Anyway, I ain't going to dwell on it. But it was a good conversation. I liked seeing it. I think it gave us a different perspective of Joelyn. Last week, I mean, we've got the villain, edit. And I feel like this week we got a different perspective. So I did enjoy that. The next scene we see is Kelsey, Liz, and Rula. We finally meet Miss Rula. Now, Rula, from my understanding, is the one with all that gets all the started. Okay. Now, Rula, girl, you. So anyway, Kelsey and Liz are talking, and Rula shows up, and what we find out is that word on the curb is Rula's husband is cheating on her. Here's my issue with this whole conversation, and I'm gonna jump around a little bit because this was the main point of this episode. I can't stand women like you, Rula. I cannot stand women like Rula. Girl, you got smoke for everybody except for your husband. You got smoke for Joelyn because you said that Joelyn was spreading rumors that y'all was going to get divorced and that y'all was, you know, that he was going to leave you for this other woman and she was the one and she was sending the pictures to everybody who wanted to see the pictures. You got all this smoke for Joelyn. You got all this smoke for the other woman. You calling her a cockroach and all these other nasty words. But you don't have no smoke for your husband, the only person who made a promise to you. The only person in this conversation that owes you anything is your husband, and you don't have no smoke for him. You having this conversation with Liz and Kelsey, and you making it seem like first, you wanted to try to act like the affair didn't happen. But when Liz called you on it, Liz was like, but girl, the man cheated, right? Like the man did. And so then you try to make it seem like, well, that was last year. I mean, that happened so long ago. And then Kelsey was like, but they posted the pictures in December. Like the pictures were posted in December. I mean, she had on a summer outfit. So do you think the affair is still happening? And then she was like, no, the affair, it's over. And she never used the word affair. She just said, that's over. That happened last summer. It's over. It's over. Girl, these women are trying to tell you without telling you it's not over. These women are trying to be real nice and tell you it's not over. Now, Joelyn's version of the story is she reached out to you because Liz said she was the go-between. So Liz was the one that let Rula, I keep saying Rula know that the pictures were posted on Instagram and that Joelyn was the one that saw the pictures. So then Rula was like, well, let me see the pictures. So Joelyn, I guess, screenshotted and sent her the pictures. But here's where Rula is mad at Joelyn because Rula said, well, she didn't just send them to me. She sent them to everybody. And she was gossiping about me. And she was spreading the rumor around. First of all, can we rewind the tape? Why is your married husband, who know he's married, who know he is cheating on his wife, why is he having a whole photo shoot with his mistress for her to post on Instagram? Like, she didn't catch him while he was sleeping. She didn't catch him while he was ordering. Like, none of the pictures were like this. None of the pictures were like this. None of the pictures were like this. This man was posing with you, with the girlfriend, the mistress sitting in his lap like this. He was full out posing for these pictures. So you're mad at Joelyn for sending the pictures out to y'all's, friend group. But the mistress posted them on Instagram. It's not like Joelyn stumbled into an email, like somebody sent them to her anonymously. That's not what happened. The mistress posted the pictures on Instagram, and I guess Joelyn must follow the mistress, or maybe they know each other for Joelyn to see the pictures. Ma'am, you mad at the wrong people. Did Joelyn spread the pictures around to other people? She probably did. She probably sent them to her friends like, girl, you see this shit? Because they were on Instagram. Like, that's kind of like what we were talking about with Bell Collective. Y'all having a whole conversation about a comment that was left under a public picture on Instagram. That's what we're doing right now. So you mad at Joelyn because Joelyn sent the pictures around and was gossiping. She probably was. She probably was. But you still mad. You still got smoke for the wrong person. Right. And then you try to throw a dig at Liz talking about something. Well, I mean, you don't understand what it's like to be a mother. Baby, Liz was like, whoa, hold up. I may not have birthed 3 children, but I raised 3 children, and I'm just as much a mom to them as so you trying to make it seem like I don't understand what it's like to be in a marriage with kids and have to take all that into consideration. When I've been married for 11 years and I got 3 whole children that I raised. What you not gonna do? These women are all cool with the patriarchy. They don't care as long as the money still come in. I definitely think that I think Rula does not care, but I also think Rula doesn't want to be embarrassed. Like, I think Rula has the mindset of just don't embarrass me. And I think that's the problem, is that he done embarrassed her. But I agree, Mims. I don't think that Rula is mad that this man had, well, she clearly ain't mad that the man had an affair. She mad that it went public. That's what she mad about. She mad that we know he had an affair. Same thing, we're going to get to Miss Liz at the end of this episode, but the same thing with Liz. Liz and her husband sound like they got a whole open situation going on as long as the rest of the world don't find out. That's what it sounds like, but I agree. Right, it's not a rumor. That man is cheating on you. He got pictures where he posted with that woman sitting in his lap. Like, you know. And that's what was pissing me off about Rula. Girl, you really sitting there mad, and then you talking about something. She going to say to Kelsey and Liz, I just don't understand what it is about Joelyn that y'all want to be friends with her. So everybody's supposed to just hate Joelyn because Joelyn was the one that found out your husband was cheating from a public Instagram post. So everybody's supposed to be mad at Joelyn. That's what we doing here. Everybody's supposed to be mad at Joelyn now. Child, I think that's all I have here on here. Okay. Then we have a scene with Alicia and Kelsey, which really is a throwaway scene. They were basically talking about what happened at the 4th of July party. Kelsey was once again talking about, well, I mean, I don't, y'all are talking about my situation. But if Joelyn was the one that brought it up, that would bother me a little bit if Joelyn was the one that brought it up. But I don't really care about the rest of y'all. But if Joelyn was the one that brought it up, that would bother me a little bit. Girl, it sounds like all of Rhode Island knows your situation. You got a whole boyfriend for 6 months out the year that you have a whole arrangement with. You are a kept woman. The arrangement is, she said she's ready to get married and she's ready to have kids, but she can't do that with him. The arrangement is that you don't get pregnant. The arrangement is that I'm never going to marry you, but you will live in the lap of luxury. You'll be taken care of. And it was good for you for 10 years, but now your biological clock is ticking and you want more, and he ain't going to give you more. The one thing I will respect is that you are mature enough to understand and you're not trying to change the rules of the game. You're not trying to change the rules. You're just trying to accept the rules and figure out, what direction do I want to move in now? Because he ain't going to give me what I want. I'm in a different place in my life than when this arrangement started, and I got to figure out what I want to do. Now, what it sounds like she trying to do is hook her next fish before she move on and leave him. She ain't going to leave empty-handed. We talked about that last week. Because she said she's dating another guy. So it sounds like she's trying to find her another big fish that's willing to keep her kept, because she still ain't trying to work. She don't want no job. But that either A is going to marry her or B give her a baby. One of the two things. I'm sure she will want both, but she'll settle for one or the other, Child, that's the problem, Miss Cat. She ain't saved nothing. Because if she had saved something, she wouldn't be worried about leaving. The only reason why she worried about leaving is because she worried about maintaining this lifestyle. Like Mim said, it's all about the maintaining of the lifestyle. She don't care about if she had saved money, invested money, started a business. Hell, like we said last week, she could have become an influencer and be making, $20,000, $30,000 a month doing that from that house, going to the best restaurants in the state of Rhode Island, going to the best spas, you have the money and the access to go to all of these high-end VIP style events, these high-end restaurants, these high-end spas. You can fly private jets. You could rent ride in the best, cars. You could do all sorts of videos and all sorts of content on living that VIP lifestyle. And then you could hire you a brand manager, because you have the money to do it, that can get you these deals, that can get you in these spaces a lot faster than people like me who got to get it from the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been doing that and you'd be all right because you would have set up your own career by now. Hell, you got 6 months in that big ass house to film from anywhere in that house and make all kinds of content. Hello? But okay. Anyway. Moving right along. Then we have a scene with Rula and her husband. And again, she mad at everybody except for her husband. Brian is a podiatrist. He's the foot doctor up in Rhode Island. They have 2 kids. She is an asset manager, help people maintain and their portfolio. And again, she looked like she makes good money. She does her thing. But girl, you really mad at the wrong stuff because you got this whole thing and your husband and he acting like he don't understand the issue either. Sir, we gonna play stupid. She has aged out. This show is his way of letting her go to make her own money. Just wait. They will break up by next season. I agree, Mims. I definitely agree with you on that. Kind of like what Kelsey Grammer said he did for Camille. He said that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was his parting gift to her. He was setting her up. You're absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Because I was thinking to myself, and we said this last week, they're gonna scratch his face out of the pictures when we all know it only takes the internet 0.5 seconds to find who this man is. And clearly it's not a secret. Everybody in town knows who this man is. So I don't even understand why they X'd his face out of the damn picture. Because what made y'all think we wasn't going the internet wasn't gonna find him? Like, the fuck? Anyway. But yeah, that whole situation again, Brian and Rula, child, whatever. We don't care. You just want to maintain your face. He admitted that he had the affair. So we know that it's not a rumor. The affair is real. It happened. You're just trying to act like it's no longer a thing. Like it's no longer real. It's no longer a thing when it is very much still a thing. Kelsey decides that it's time to take the ladies on a wine trip so that she said, we need to get some things out. I mean, we all have questions about each other's life. And so we need to just sit down and talk and we need to just all clear the air. So she is scheduling a trip to the winery for them to get, just get to know each other, ask the questions. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a text. Okay. I'm sorry, just my doctor put in a prescription. That was the people calling me. Texting me. I think they broke up during filming. Oh, see, it didn't even take that long, Mims. So the ladies all get together to go down to the winery. I guess we're just gonna get a Jessica Simpson moment in every episode. Because why did y'all think that there were tomatoes on the vine at a whole winery? What? Who thought those were tomatoes? Y'all are at a whole vineyard. Where's the tomato wine? And if there is such thing as tomato wine, I guess I'm just not sophisticated enough to know. Because I never heard of it. Last week, it was not knowing the 4th of July. What the 4th of July was. So I guess we're just going to get a Jessica Simpson moment every episode. Okay, great. Moving right along. So the ladies do the little tour. They go to the vineyard, yada, yada, yada. And so now they're going to have lunch. So Kelsey pulls Joelyn aside to let her know, look, I just want to let you know, Rula is invited. Rula is supposed to be coming. I just want you to know before she gets here. So, govern yourself accordingly or what have you. And this is where we get the other side of the story. And this is where Joelyn became my favorite for this episode. I'm going to have to just go episode by episode until I know these women. But this episode, Joelyn is my favorite. Baby, Joelyn was giving me Dawn Staley. I will beat her ass. Like, Rula show up, it might be a problem. And we find out that the other side of the story is that Rula and her husband was trying to get Joelyn fired from her job. Remember, Joelyn works in aesthetic sales, like pharmaceutical sales and stuff like that. And she works in the esthetician type stuff, you know, selling equipment and services and stuff like that. And they literally called her job. And I believe Joelyn. And I'm going to tell you why I believe Joelyn. Because Rula is mad at Joelyn. And she's looking for anybody else to blame except for her husband. So do I believe that they actually called that woman's job to try to get her fired? I do. I believe it. And I ain't mad at Joelyn. Joelyn said, you trying to fuck up you trying to affect my household. You trying to affect my livelihood. Like, my husband pays the mortgage, but I pay the rest of the bills in this bitch. And if I lose my job, you messing up my whole situation. And you affecting my kids. You affecting my family. And for that, now we got a problem. Now we got a problem. Because again, it would be different if this was a lie and Joelyn was spreading a lie. But it's not. Girl, your man cheated. He had a whole side chick. It's not fake. It's real. And you was trying to call around to get this woman fired? Well, Rula calls in. We're saved from this confrontation because Rula calls in full glam and says she just got back from urgent care, child, and that she's having stomach issues. Now, that's not to say that she didn't get in glam before she went to urgent care, but girl, bye. That's giving very Dorit. It's giving very Dorit, okay? Did y'all see on the episode? I don't think I didn't review that episode yet, where they said that, where Dorit said that she had glam come at 2 a.m. so she could get on her flight, and then she was still late for the damn flight. Girl, go sit down and learn how to do your own makeup. Like, that's crazy work. And again, that's why people like that get paid those concierge services. Because, I mean, you know, if you're willing to pay my price to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do your makeup, then I'll be there. But that's just crazy, especially that house that's in foreclosure now. But okay, moving right along. So after we found out Rula's not coming, I keep wanting to say Rula is not coming. They're playing a game. Y'all know these housewives in these games. So they're going to write questions that they want answers to, and they're going to go around, and everybody has to answer the questions honestly. So Joelyn want to know if Alicia ever slept with her husband. Alicia was like, hell no. Like, I've known him since we were in middle school. Like, no, he's like a brother to me. Like, ain't nothing. We friends. That's it. Ain't nothing ever went down with us. I was like, okay. But Joelyn was like, yeah, I was just wondering. She was giving her that little side eye, like, I was just wondering. I said, oh, okay. Kelsey let us know that she has a whole boyfriend, that yes, you know, and again, I'm with Paige on this one. So girl, you do have 2 boyfriends. Like, maybe I used the wrong word. I used the word that meant for when you're married with two boyfriends or 2 girlfriends, but girl, I wasn't wrong in what I said. Like, y'all had a whole attitude and was mad at me at what I said when I really wasn't wrong. But Paige, go sit over there somewhere because I ain't got no use for you right now. And then messy ass Alicia. Dorit is the poorest rich woman, almost as delusional as Kim Zolciak. Oof. Well. Messy ass Alicia gonna ask Liz about her affair. Baby, Liz was so taken aback. Liz was like, So she explained that her and her husband have a mutual friend, but that her husband travels a lot. He's gotten into, was it fly fishing or something like that? So he's gone for like weeks at a time. So yes, she's gotten really close to this mutual friend of theirs. And at first she tried to make it seem like it was nothing big. They were just friends that talked a lot. But then she did allude to the fact that some stuff went down, and, you know, she was like, you know, some things happened, and, you know, we had to work through some issues, you know, maybe some inappropriate things did happen. So girl, did you mess with this man or not? They said you was on this phone. They said you were on the phone with this man day and night, that y'all were hanging out. Y'all was running them streets of Rhode Island together. Like, were y'all together or were y'all not? So it sounds like Liz had a whole affair on her husband because he be out of town. But it does sound like that maybe they don't work through it. But baby, Liz was like, oh, Alicia, that's how you feel? Oh, that was some nasty work. So I feel like, Alicia, you need to watch your back because Liz coming for you, girl. Because she didn't appreciate that. She didn't appreciate that at all. You throwing it out there about her having an affair. She didn't appreciate that at all, honey. Okay? They asked Paige about some rumor that we don't know nothing about, that allegedly she slept with some basketball coach, and she was like, she didn't say the man's name, but she said she's never even met him. And I just feel like I don't even know nothing about the rumor, so I don't care nothing about it. I don't know. I don't care. And that was pretty much the episode. It was a good episode. I think it was a good second episode. It's definitely setting up a couple of storylines. We got Liz versus Alicia now. We have Joelyn versus Rula. So I definitely feel like we got some action. We got some action. But I like it so far, so good, y'all. Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I'm here for it. Remember, they moved the night. It's Sunday night now. It's taking the slot of Married to Medicine. So we will probably do the reviews on Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on what time y'all know this is my last day of my spring break, so I was able to do it during the day. But normally it's just going to depend on Mondays or Tuesdays. I can't, Cajun. Goodbye. With that being said, I will, if I don't do a tribe meeting, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do one or not. I'll see y'all on the Whether You Like It or Not channel, 8:30-ish at Scotty's house. Mwah. See y'all later. Peace.